Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be making the second part of this bag, the part 2 of the bag. So we are going to be learning how to fix the side, how to fix the zipper pocket, how to fix the lining. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video and any other video that I have uploaded, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. This is what I'm going to be using, the bottom stud. I'm just going to be fixing the bottom panel. I'm going to be using 4 of it. So now we are going to fix the stud. I'm going to take 2.5 inches by 1 2/4 inches. Just make a cross mark, 2.5 here and 1 2/4 inch. Then I'll make a cross mark here. I'm going to be poking hole on this with my seam ripper. On this cross mark, I'll poke hole. A small hole, but if it's too big, your stud will fall out. Just press it into it. Then you are going to use your brush to apply small tiny gum on it. If you have a sellotape, you can use this. My own way of securing it in place. Then you open and just lay it on the wrong side like this. Make sure it's tightened. So I'm going to do the rest now. I'm going to apply gum here. Just a bit of gum. I'm going to be gumming some thick leathers to it to make it harden. So you keep it aside. Then I take this one, apply gum. I'm just going to lay this on top. I don't want my work to get stained. So now I will take this and this. I'll kind of place it like this. If you feel it's not hard enough, it's not strong enough, you can use a second layer of leather and just apply gum here and on this, then you put it on top. Okay, apply the second layer of leather to it now. Just going to take it. We've gotten 2 of these. I've done the bottom panel, so I'm going to fold this into 2 to get a notch on both panels. So I'm just going to cut a notch on them. Okay, so I'll do the same here. Fold them into 2. Get a notch at the middle point. You can use your ruler or tape to do this. You don't have to fold. You fold this to the bottom panel and get a notch or notches on both sides of the panel, just like this. So I'm going to place them with the right side of this, facing the right side of this, like this. You can clip them in place if you want. So I'm going to sew on this with 1/2 inch seam allowance, marking out 1/2 inch. So I'm going to be sewing on that mark. That stitch. Finish sewing. I'm just going to top stitch on this. Is it? I'll place the right side of the second panel on the right side of the bottom panel like this, and I'm going to clip them. So with 1/2 inch seam allowance. So back stitch first. So I'm just sewing on that line close to the leather I use in interfacing it. back stitch. Trim this off, then kind of burn off this thread. I'm just going to top stitch on this. I'll just burn off the excess thread. Our bag is coming up. This is bottom. I'm going to be fixing rivets on this. So if you've been following my videos, you will know how to actually fix this rivets. I've done it on most of my videos. So I'm using a plaque here and a hammer. I'm using this, I got it from AliExpress, and I'm using this hole punch size 1, and I'm using this rivets. For this, it's not necessary. Some people can still use their hammer to just put these rivets in place. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my bag like this. You make sure that it's as flat as this before fixing your rivets to it. Just close to this stitch. I'm going to put it at the middle of it, and I will eat it. Okay, then I'll take my rivets from the back. I'm going to pass it like this. Then I'll take this one and fix it like this. To secure it, I'm going to take this, turn it like this. This wording, I kind of attach this to it. It's not compulsory. I just want it to be foamy at the inside. Reduce it by ½ an inch in case you want to attach wording to your bag. So I'm going to take it like this and eat it in. It's very, very secured now, and this is it at the back. I'm going to do the rest like that. I'll take it from the back. Okay. I'm going to turn. Take this two, eat it, take my hammer, kind of hit it in place. It's very, very, very secure, not going anywhere. Remember, we've sewn this place before, so this add additional security and also beautify it in a way. You can see, it's adding some beauty to it. Loving it. So I want to do this other side now. Guys, I'll fix the rivets for the two sides, prepare for the lining as well as the short handles. This is the lining I'm using for this bag. It's beautiful lining, and this zip, this one is going to be for the inner pocket. I'm just going to place it on it. I'm going to measure out 2 of it. Out now. Two of the main panels have been cut out for the lining. I'm trying to cut out the bottom panel. Just cutting on the line. This is the bottom lining for the bottom panel. I'm going to be sewing the side access to the back. So I've used these templates to cut out 4 Ankara prints and 4 wording, including lining. First thing first, I'm going to base the Ankara to the wording or interfacing first. Just base it in place. I'm going to take the lining, the one I cut out, and I'm going to position it with the right side of the lining, which is suede, facing the right side of the print like this. So I'm going to sew from this point all to this point, and we're going to leave this side open because this way we are going to turn it inside out. You back stitch first, then you sew and put it down, back stitch, and sew. Turn it out. Okay, use your finger to just pop the corners out like this. I'm going to sew this close now. Back stitch. And trim off the thread. Is it? So the back is lined, and this one has the Ankara print. So there are 4. So these are going to be the sides for the bag. I'm going to be fixing the pockets, the inner pocket to the bag. So this is what I cut out for the inner pocket, and it measures 50 inches in length by 10 inches in width. Okay, first of all, going to cut a notch on this, on it. Then also going to fold this into 2, quickly get a notch. Next, the pocket, the right side of the pocket facing the right side of the main pocket, like 2 inches away from the top, and ensure that this your notch on this one aligns with the one on the main panel like this. So I'm just going to measure to ensure that it's like 2 inches away. This 2 inches, and this another 2 inches, this 2 inches. So you can join the lines and place 2 inches from the top of this one I'm using. This where our zipper is going to be placed. On this side, I'm going to measure about 1 inch. So this way the zipper will get to, this way is going to stop. On this edge is going to be 1 inch. 1 inch. I'm going to be sewing on this line and another line. So to get that second line, you are going to measure ½ inch from this line, from this first line that we drew. So you just measure out ½ inch. ½ inch. So you can connect them. Going to be a straight line. So what I will do, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. I will sew on this mark as well as on this straight line. Back stitch. Sewing on a straight line. I'll just raise. I've sewn on it. I'm going to be cutting on the middle of this one, these 2 stitches. You can draw a straight line on the middle. Fold this into 2. So I just cut a notch. Okay, small cut is going to act as a guide. I'll just start cutting. Half an inch to this point where we marked. I'm going to cut like this, like in form of rectangle. Just cut notch. I wouldn't cut on this stitch here. If you mistakenly cut on the stitch, you can resew. So I'll just cut like this, very close to the stitch, but not cutting on it. Then I'll come back, do this other part too. Just cut on the middle, the center. ½ an inch to that stitch. You just cut a form of a triangle like this. Okay, I'm going to take it and turn out. When I turn it, I'm going to have it like this. I'm going to have it like this. So this is the pocket. So in this one, I'm going to be sewing a zipper to it. I have my zipper here for the inner pocket, and this measures about 11 inches. So that's what I'm going to be using for the pocket. I'll be sewing on this zipper. So this zipper measures about 11 inches in length. So I'm going to put it on this hole like this. So I want my zipper to zip from the right hand to the left like this. You can use your pins to hold them in place. So I'm just going to sew just close to the zipper teeth. That stitch first. I'll turn it and sew. So I'll turn it. So basically top stitching. So when you want to make any adjustment, just put your needle down and position it well. Put it here. Then I'm going to sew. Then I'll back stitch again. I'll trim off this thread, bone. Zipper fits to the main panel. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sew this part of it and this part of it. I'm not going to sew the top because we are going to be using this opener here to turn out the external. So I will just trim this one off. Then bone so that it doesn't fray. Then I'm going to just, you can use your pins to pin them down. I'm going to use my pins now to pin them down. By the time you are sewing, you don't sew on this main panel, you fold it to the side. Yes. So I'm going to sew the second side now. I'll bend this main panel to the side to ensure it doesn't sew on it. Then I'm going to sew. I'm just going to back stitch. Okay, so take note that fold this to the back. So please do not make the mistake of sewing it on it, but you have to redo it all over again. So back stitch. I'm just going to cut out the thread and bone. So I'll zipper pocket the thread in. So you can zip from left to right, and this is what you're going to have. It's deep, so I love the way it came out. I'm just going to zip it. So remember, I did not sew this part of it. This way we're going to turn the external out.